Hey guys, welcome back to Kaylene's group. Meet her, talk with her, get to know her. I'm Kiki. I am part of her team. I am her publicist, and we are excited to talk fun things. Before she pops in, I have some exciting things I just kind of want to go over with you all. Make sure you engage tonight. There's two major things going on. Something really special at the end is going to premiere only in here tonight. And there is going to be an engagement. The more you engage, the more you participate, the better off. We're going to do something fun at the end. So with further ado, here's Kaylene.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, goodness. Another Monday in the book.
I know.
I feel like Mondays are the worst. I'm like, but at least I get to do this with you. So
I know.
It's a nice end to my Monday. Let us know where you're tuning in from tonight, please. And remember to click that give Facebook permission so we can see who you are, because you can't enter the fun things if we don't know who you are. So before you come in the live chat, or come back out and come back in and give Facebook permission. Hi, Anna. Hi, Kella. Got all kinds of people popping in, saying hi.
Hey, everybody.
We're excited. Thank you, Anna, for keeping us in line. So how was your weekend? What'd you get into this weekend? Anything fun?
Well, I spent most of the weekend working on Timeless. So I'm really excited about it. It's sort of coming together. And I always kind of had an idea of what it was going to be like. And oh my gosh.
How many words did you write this weekend?
I did about 5,000 words this weekend.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, I took my kids to the Smoky Mountains. It was Alice's third birthday, and I didn't want to leave the cabin, and the views were amazing. I haven't got to post all my pictures this week, but I'm excited to share those with everybody. And I was scoping out retreats for us while I was there. I was like, we could stay there. Ooh, that place is pretty. So,
well, I was also really excited to see, because I'm supposed to go to Scotland for a writer's retreat this September, and I am fully vaccinated now. Yay! And so they're requiring that in the UK to be able to go in. Right. So I can go now. So I mean, I'm excited about that.
Nice. And how long are you going for?
I'm going to probably go for a week or two, because if those of you who don't know, my husband's Irish, and we haven't been able to see my husband's family for a while for reasons. So I think we're going to piggyback either before or after the writer's retreat. He'll probably golf while I'm there, and then we'll go pop over and see some of our family.
Nice. And that's in September, right?
Yes.
Do you know what the weather's like over there in September?
I'll be honest with you, a little secret travel tip to the UK, Ireland, Wales, England. September is absolutely the very best month.
Is it?
Yeah, I've never had bad. I'm going to say that. I'm knocking on wood right now.
No, please don't.
In September and early October, it's really similar to where I live in Seattle. I mean, it's really not that different. We have really good weather here too.
So this is where I don't know geography very well. Are Scotland and Ireland close? No. Are they? Okay.
They are. They're across the water from each other. So they're all part of the UK. Well, Northern Ireland's part of the UK, and then Southern Ireland's independent. And so if you're up in Northern Ireland, there's a place called the Giant's Causeway, and it's this really cool rock formation. You will read about that a little bit in Fearless, because it's set a little bit in Northern Ireland.
Right.
But from the Giant's Causeway, you can actually look across the water on a clear day and see Scotland.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So how often have you been there? Like, did you guys travel every year? Have you been a lot? Like,
usually since my husband and I have been married 18 years, and we have been back at least once a year, sometimes twice since we've been married. So many, many times. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes we always try to pop over somewhere else in Europe when we're there, just to get our European travel destinations checked off the list. So
I'm jealous. I've never been. The only places outside the United States I've been is the Cayman Islands, the Bahamas, and Canada.
Not too shabby though.
That's
Let's
it.
go to the Cayman Islands or the Bahamas.
The Bahamas is like our go-to every year since I was like 1 year old. I started walking in the Bahamas. So we go every year and it's my favorite place. Like it truly is.
For the East Coast, the Bahamas is like what Hawaii is to us on the West Coast.
Right. Yeah. Because you just fly down to Fort Lauderdale and it's a hop, skip, and jump to the Bahamas. It's only like a 45-minute plane ride too. So it's amazing. And we did finally, because where we go is like a little island. We did find it. What's that big one? Atlantis. We finally did that. The year I broke my leg. So I was not getting to enjoy any of it because I was on crutches. That's fun. Yeah.
That happened to me in Spain. I tore my meniscus in my knee.
Yes, me too. Yes.
Crutches.
Crutch ligament on my meniscus. Yep. Not fun. Not fun at all.
No.
Well, that's amazing. We have that in common.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do some little favorite questions. If you guys have any questions for Kaylene tonight, remember engagement questions. We want to know the things. Where are you from? Do you like to travel? When I'm asking the questions, Kaylene, if you want to answer and play along as well, please do. The more engagement, the better.
Awesome.
Okay. What was your favorite show as a kid?
Little House on the Prairie.
Really?
Loved it.
Mine was Fraggle Rock, so a little different there. Okay. What was your first job?
I was a babysitter, but my first real job where I actually had a W-2 was McDonald's.
Nice. Did you really want to work there? How'd that go?
Well, I grew up in a town called Puyallup, which is south of Seattle, and I had choice. My choice was Taco Bell, McDonald's, or Burger King. So there we go, or the grocery store.
I probably would choose McDonald's over those two. Yeah. McDonald's has killer breakfast. That's about the only thing I like from McDonald's.
That's the thing that I crave it. It's like a sausage McMuffin with egg is to me like, I mean, I don't do it very often, but
that's so funny because my cousin and I did a road trip from one side of the eastern United States all the way to the western. The McDonald's don't serve biscuits and gravy at all of them. Over in Kentucky, Ohio, like that's huge at our McDonald's. So when we were traveling, we'd order biscuits and gravy at McDonald's. It'd be the morning. And they're like, what are you talking about? We're like, biscuits and gravy? And they're like, we don't serve that here. Because you think that they all serve the same things.
No.
They don't. And it tastes different in different places too. So it's funny.
We don't have gravy over here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And also it's different in Europe too. Like they're all through Europe, the McDonald's have different stuff too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I would think in other countries. Yeah, absolutely. What is your favorite smell?
I love, it's actually, this is an Easter egg. It's in Endless. The perfume that Zoe wears in Endless is the perfume that I wear because it's my favorite. So of course I have to wear it. It's called Spring Flowers. It's by a French perfume company called Creed.
Nice. I'm assuming it's a flowery, fruity smell.
Yeah, it's a grapefruity floral scent. I love citrus and flowers together. It's fresh. I like it to be fresh.
Nice. Yeah. Who doesn't want to smell fresh? I mean, hello.
Exactly.
Did you guys vacation as a family? Did you guys have a yearly trip that you would take a vacation every year? If so, where? Where'd you guys travel to? Give us some travel destinations.
My mom and dad were actually they loved to travel. We did do vacations. I was really lucky that way. Like we would go to Disneyland. We went to Disney World. We went to the Bahamas when I was 12. So I've been to the Bahamas, but it was a long time ago. We did go to Hawaii quite a bit because that was easier for us here. But, just over here, there's some resorts like Sun River, Oregon, and skiing. We did a lot of Whistler trips skiing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I go to Whistler so bad. There's so many places. Have you been to Banff, Canada before?
Yeah. Well, when you come to Seattle in June, maybe if the borders.
Yeah, I know, right? We got to find out that first. Yeah. But yeah, that would be amazing to do a little travel.
It's about a 4-hour drive from Seattle.
That's all right. I mean, I'm going to be there. Me and Colleen will be there for 5-6 days. So it's like, why not? Let's do the things. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, I'm coming to Seattle to see Kaylene, Stacy, and then Colleen's coming with me too. We're going to have so much fun. I'm so excited. Did you play any sports growing up?
No, but I was on drill team, and I was on drill team to get out of PE, and our drill team sucked, but our drill team coach or teacher coach or whatever they called her, is great. But she, of course, we had a dress code, and our colors were blue and light blue, dark blue and light blue. And I had this Van Halen little earring because I love Van Halen. That's growing up. And I would sneak it in after she did our uniform check, and I'd always have it in my hand and then in my glove. And then I would put the Van Halen earring in one ear just to be a rebel.
That's amazing. I love that. I freaking love that. Do you have a favorite guilty pleasure?
Well, it used to be reading romance, honestly. And now I'm a romance author. So it's not guilty anymore.
No, you're not. I'll pick something else. Now you got to pick something else.
You know what it is? I don't know. I don't feel guilt very much. I'm pretty secure. But
I just do it. You just do it.
My indulgence, though, is my husband and I will seriously travel to restaurants. We have stayed, we've missed a flight to get In-N-Out Burger in LA.
That's awesome.
One time we were, his family, like I said, is from Ireland, but his brother is married to a woman who grew up in Munich, Germany. And so she wanted to show the whole family. So we all went to Munich one year. And Gareth and I went a day early and didn't tell anybody and stopped over in Barcelona to go to a restaurant because they're just little, kind of like they're hopper flights, right? They're just like 20, 30-minute flights. So we felt like ballers, but we stopped in Barcelona to have dinner.
So speaking of the husband, do you remember your first date with him? What was that like?
I do.
What'd you do?
Well, so I said he's Irish. We met in an Irish pub on the day before St. Paddy's Day. St. Paddy's Day was on a Sunday. And so everybody was out the Saturday before, as you are on those years. And so he had this rule that he wasn't going to call anybody that he was going to date for 2 weeks. And he lasted 2 days.
That's amazing.
And we were wearing the same rugby shirt at the Irish pub that we met at. And so he called me for a date, and we drove. We called in sick to work. He was work for himself, so he took the phone and goes, "Let me call my boss." And he said, "Hey, can I take the day off work?" He was funny that way.
That was funny.
We drove to Mount Rainier. So, Tyson Rainier, that was named after the mountain. So we drove to Mount Rainier, and I drove, and I scared the living bejesus out of him because I drove really fast.
Right.
And so that's been the sort of theme of everything. But we literally have never been apart since that date.
That's amazing. How long did he court you until the engagement?
We met in March, on March 16th. We moved in together the beginning of July, and we got married a year later.
That's amazing. And yeah. So why did he come over here? What's that story?
His very, very closest friend, they grew up in Northern Ireland. They grew up in a town called Armagh. And they wanted to get out of it. They grew up in a pretty challenging time because it was during the Troubles in Northern Ireland. I talk a little bit about that in Fearless. So a lot of that is based on a lot of his family stories. But he just decided, he loved Seattle. He loved music. He loved the Seattle music scene. And his friend, they just decided, well, where would we go if we could get out of Ireland? And they decided Seattle or San Francisco. Those were their two choices. And his friend got a job. He's a software developer, and he wrote the software for the heart defibrillators. And so he was that guy. And so with his first paycheck, he sent my husband a ticket. That's how he got it.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Speaking of travel and states, how many of the 50 states have you traveled to? Have you ever counted?
I've tried. I did it on Facebook. They had that app for when it first kind of came out.
What's a rough guesstimate?
I would say half.
What top 3 do you really want to hit soon?
Well, New York is my absolute favorite. Like
You've never been to New York?
Oh, no. Oh,
No, no.
I haven't been
What
to.
ones that you haven't been to that you want to hit?
You know what? I have never been to Nashville.
Oh, girl, we're doing a Nashville trip.
And I've never been to, I've only flown through Texas. I've never been
Texas is great. I love Austin, Dallas. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And my husband's been to Texas. And then the other, I've never been to Washington, D.C., believe it or not.
I haven't either. That'd be a fun little getaway trip for us. I'm a no person a lot of times, but when you talk about travel, I'm a yes girl. I'm like, yes, I'll go. I'll be your plus one. Tell me when do I need to book this trip? So maybe we do like a Kaylene Winter get together with some of your readers in Nashville and plan a weekend, do a book signing and hit the town, girl. Nashville
would be pretty cool.
That would be fun. Maybe we'll get the wheels rolling on that.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I love a retreat.
Yeah. Kayla's really sick of me talking about retreats and events. I'm just like itching to get out and do something. I'm like, we need people. We need to be around our book people. We need to do this. So
we had a couple friend over for dinner this weekend, and oh my God, it's just so fun to be able to be like interacting again. It's so nice. And Anna, I would love to visit Anna in Austin.
I know. Anna, don't tell us that because we might all just show up at your door because Austin is beautiful. Like
it's a hot spot now.
It is. It's very hot. Yep. Nashville trip. Yeah, we might have to do a little poll, Anna, pretty soon and see where would you want Kaylene to visit, and we can maybe set up a traveling. You never know. Traveling show with Kaylene.
Hey, I am all for it, man.
I love this. She was there for a work seminar. Okay, let's do some timeless talk. How far in are you? How many chapters in do you think you are?
I have partial chapters on probably 18 or 19. So I have 2 months until my deadline. So no stress.
How many words are you trying to hit for this one?
I usually go between 80,000 to 100,000, somewhere in between there. It just depends on what the characters want me to say. I mean, it really is just that easy.
You're literally just letting it flow.
I have a general idea of where it's going to go, but I just never know like how intense they're going to be. Right.
Right.
And so I think this one will probably end up being more towards the Fearless length because Fearless is pretty long, not pretty long. It's longer than both Endless and Limitless. Mainly because it's kind of tying up the 4 books, the first 4 books, and then leading us into the next 4.
Right.
Because after Timeless, we will revisit our couples and to see where they're at, what they're up to. I also have a anthology coming up later this year with a bunch of rockstar romance authors, and Ty and Zoe are going to make a little guest appearance at an award show in Atlanta. So that'll be fun. That's coming out in November. So Timeless will be out sometime in September. I haven't set the date yet, but I will probably in the next week or 2. Right now we're working.
We already set the date.
Oh, did we? Yeah. I guess I need to find that out. I know when my editing deadline is.
We'll talk about that later. Okay. Yeah, we set a time and cover reveal and all that fun stuff.
I'm glad you got my back.
Yeah, I got your back, girl. I got your back. What's been the funnest part about writing this book so far?
Timeless. Honestly, Zane, I think I've purposefully not written a lot about him in all the other books. Like, you know him, you think you know him. I think when people really meet him and get to know them, they're going to hopefully be a little bit blown away by him because he's really special. And he's really special to me. The one thing I will say, and I'm not going to say what it is, but my model, who you see a couple behind the scenes pictures on Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, you can follow. But I become friends with the model who plays Zane, and I don't even think of him as a model. In fact, to me, he's Zane. But there's a thing that he does in his real life that I incorporated into the book. And I told him I would. And I shared with him a screenshot of how I have done that. And he was super excited. So we'll reveal that sometime this summer.
And then Catherine said, is the band traveling?
In Timeless?
Timeless.
Well, that will give too much away about how it is, how I'm approaching it. You can imagine that we need to find, there's 4 corners to every story. So let's just put it that way.
And Sasha, I think, is that Sasha, BC Book Lover?
Nope, that's Beth.
Oh, Beth. So Beth wants to know. I mean, can I say like the month that we booked?
Yeah.
We had end of September.
Yep.
Okay. So we're looking at end of September. I'm not giving dates just in case some, things change. So we're looking for Timeless end of September. And then we have the cover reveal coming mid-August for those.
Yes. And we have a new cover coming for Limitless because we did a great photo shoot with Garrett.
Right.
And then obviously we're building up to our new cover for Endless too. So we have a lot going on.
So the Endless cover reveal is in May. So you guys have probably seen us promoting it in here. We would love for you to sign up for promotion. There's also, for those of you coming into Kaylene's group that are newer and you want to sign up and read the book, we're offering that as well. So even though you might not know what you're doing, we send these nice clean packets of all the pre-mades and everything so you guys can help us share these new covers. So if you're watching, please sign up. We would love your participation in this cover. And she just showed it to me before we went live. It is beautiful. So we have that new cover coming in May. And then in June, for her 1-year anniversary of publication, we're going to have the Limitless cover reveal, and we have a sign up coming for that soon too, so you guys can help with all the things. Kaylene is busy. She's got a lot going on. And then also we're going to be in discussion hopefully soon with audiobooks.
Yes, I'm really excited. I've always wanted to do audiobooks. And having a team around me to help and get me able to focus on some of that stuff and take off some of this things that I was doing. Because an author's journey, when you're on your own, you're not just writing, but you're doing everything, your social media and updating your website and sending newsletters out. And, before I did all of that, I was just writing books. And so you realize, to get it to all of you guys that are out there, I've got to find you, and I got to make sure that you know about it. So having Kiki and her entire team has been just a godsend.
And we are so happy we found you. It was kind of like love at first stalk or sight or whatever, because we just started messaging back and forth. When Anna, she's very active in the group and she's a reader of Kaylene's, and she's like, came to me because she's also interning with us. And she's like, I have this author. I think you should talk to her. And I was like, bring it on. And then Kaylene and I, it was like instant. We just like got each other. We wanted to work together. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this side of the world, we're just kind of working our ins and our outs and getting organized and the kinks and the cricks. By September, we'll just be rolling like it's nothing. So it'll be like so easy when it comes to the launch in September. I just wait to see where in the world Zane takes Catherine. You just have to hang tight. And we'll get some teasers and she'll start doing spoilers. No spoilers. She'll start doing little teases and excerpts and things like that. Yep. Probably 4 to 6 weeks before the book drops. We'll really start hyping everything up for Zane's book.
Oh, and he's so beautiful. And Enrico's the model for.
I can't wait to see the next cover because like this one they just showed me, I'm like, whoo! Wait a minute. So the trailer that the premiere, it doesn't have it in it, does it?
No.
Because if anything that we show tonight, it's top secret. It has to stay in here, y'all.
Yep. But it doesn't have the cover.
Okay, good. So, you ready to reveal this top secret premiere? Wow. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? Everybody turn your volume on or go in another room. I'm giving you 30 seconds. Go now. Because you're going to want to listen to this. Okay, I have the screen share. So give me a second. Share screen. Window. This window. And here we go, maybe. I want to make sure it's big. I love it so freaking much.
I
So
do too.
for those of you who couldn't watch it right now, you can always go back and watch it. This is a live stream recorded in her group, and we will share this live soon with the world. When the cover reveal comes closer to the cover reveal, we will share this probably, I'd say in like 7 to 10 days, we'll get this out for the world to see and share. But it is beautiful. Let's read some of the comments. I said the same thing. I was like, wow.
Yeah, the I don't know if some of you guys would know him, but the model's name is Brandon Katz, and Brandon has been on a few Rockstar Romances, and I can't tell you, like, and the woman in the video is his wife, Tara. And what you don't know, I'm going to give you a little secret, is Tara is
maybe in this group secrets. She's
6 months pregnant. She is 6 months pregnant in those shots.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so they're about ready to have a little bean, and so we went to LA that's why Brandon wasn't with all the rest of us in Minnesota, because they couldn't travel. But he and she, the two of them, I'm not kidding you, like I just get the sweetest, nicest. They are Ty and Zoe in my mind. They're just as a couple, they're gorgeous. They're sweet. They love each other so much. It's so amazing.
Catherine's comment wins tonight. Are you reading that?
Yes. My heart. It's true. It's true.
It was hot, and I agree. And Anna, I can't wait till we can get this out for everybody to share. So a lot of things we do for Kaylene, we will do exclusive content in here on these things. We'll do videos, and we'll invite other guests in. Kaylene and I were talking about that. We're getting ready to plan shows for May, and we're going to have some more fun guests pop in. And then we do exclusive content in here. So make sure you set your calendars.
We've got to tease it a little bit, Kiki, because we have a couple of special guests that if you miss it, if you like that trailer, let's just say that you will be very, very, very unhappy that you miss. So make sure you let everybody know that we are going to be doing some really fun stuff in May leading up to
yes,
the book.
And it's going to be fun. I love my job.
Me too.
I know, right? It's like some of these people, they're like not living their job. And I'm just like, you got to love what you do and do what you love. And I'm happy we get to do this together.
Me too.
Oh, well, I think that's a wrap for us. We've talked about a lot of things actually in a quick period of time. We even got this under 30 minutes tonight.
Wow, look at us.
Go us. We'll let you all know when the next one is planned. Like I said, we have to get a little organized. We have some fun shows coming up in May. We have the cover reveal in May. We're going to launch this trailer in May. So stay tuned and follow Kaylene's page. And if you don't follow us at the Next Step PR, just search bar and you can see all the fun things that we're promoting for Kaylene as well. Any last thoughts for this evening, Kaylene?
Well, I would love to maybe send what will be the vintage version of Endless and get a signed copy to somebody if anybody would want one.
Well, they are getting one because in the beginning of our chat, I said whoever engages the most will get the prize. So that is our prize for the night. Whoever engaged the most, I'm going to go count the comments, and you are going to win a special edition from Kaylene.
That's right.
All right, guys, have a good night, and we will talk to you all soon.
Bye.